group reading on if this crazy inflation is going to end soon. Now, obviously, we want to take into effect inflation is a real thing, and it's always been a real thing. And inflation just kind of happens over time. So I'm just gonna pull on if the extreme inflation is gonna go away, and if it's gonna go away anytime soon. Keep in mind I'm in America, but I'm sure inflation, things are costing more since COVID in a lot of different places. But we're out here to fight this. Like, I almost feel like once, this one I'm getting from Spirit, so this is like, none of this is from me, because I'm just reading cards at this point, and getting guided by Spirit. Yeah, I really feel like a woman is going to be behind, honestly, making the prices a little bit better with things. And I see there's definitely more of a need in the underprivileged communities, especially the minorities such as the Black communities and the Hispanic communities. I think there's a woman behind making the prices a little bit better and slowing down inflation a little bit, because just like all the bad stuff happens, like there's going to be a point where it starts to turn around. I really feel like that's going to happen, and this woman's going to bring all of this to light. So like, I don't know if she'll be the president, or maybe, getting a little realization here. Kamala Harris is going to be a big part of this. I think she's gonna like raise up the vibes, and I think there's going to be not only like inflation like deflating a little bit. I think the pay gap between men and women is gonna get even smaller. Yeah, because this is really cool to see. But I need everyone to just trust that this is happening. There's so many angels working behind the scenes on this, and to be honest with you, there's a lot of feminine energy in this, and I think when there are more women leaders in the world, a lot of amazing things are going to happen in the world. And like I said, when I read, this isn't from me. This is not biased stuff from me. I'm reading what's in the cards. I'm reading what's coming from intuition. Like, that's how we're going to have to turn everything around. Just like we had like years and years and years and years of men kind of ruling the world, ruling politics. It's time to switch it up. I think without us even noticing, or maybe some people did notice, we're moving towards being more sympathetic, more compassionate. We're thinking about people more. We're thinking about people's rights more. And this is so much in line with the feminine energy. This is so much in line with the feminine leaders. So everyone even thinking about going into leadership roles, especially women, like, definitely push yourself to be doing that. This is very divinely led, and your daughters especially, and even if you have sons, make sure that you are raising them to lead with compassion and kindness and thinking about people on the human level, because things are gonna get figured out with money this way too, whether you realize it or not. Like, we really need to do this human first stuff, and we need to work on what the real problems of society are. We need to dig real deep into this. We need to have compassion for people. We need to have programs in place for people that are hurting, for people that are I mean, it's so emotional about this, because we just need to turn everything around, make everything right, and we need to pull up the people that are suffering. The people that are suffering so much, we need to pull them up. And this is going to be whether you realize it now or not, this is going to be instrumental in bringing up the vibes of the community, but even like making all this deflation stuff happening, moving humanity to the next level, and just being more spiritually aware, but also like better people, better things happening for more people, and just getting more positive energy into the world. Like I said before, I'm not saying like women only leaders, but a lot more women leaders. This is going to be super, super helpful, and I think that the men can take a lot of pointers from them, because in the past I think that men have been putting down, like kind of seeing women as like, oh, you don't really know what's going on, but now more and more, like, and you're gonna see definitely in the next couple of years, in the next 10 years for sure, we're gonna see a lot of women leading, and the countries that are having those women leaders are gonna see a lot more benefit, and I think already there are some Asian countries that have some women leaders, and they're seeing huge benefits. I'm not sure if it's Taiwan or something along those lines. It's going to be really helpful. So we have to really look at what women could bring to the table in the leadership position on the minor scale and the major scale as well. Yeah, really on the come up. And like I said, none of this is biased. It's just really cool to see. That one statement was for me though. Let me pull on a final outcome. Wow, this is so cool. Okay, this is really cool. Yeah, people don't really feel protected right now, and people will feel more protected when there's more feminine energy, whether I said that's leading with more compassion or more women coming in. I think it's going to be both. I think more compassion is going to be still effective leadership, but it's been that component that's been missing for a really long time. Yeah, because we really need to be balancing out our heart and our head. And there's been so much going on with like just leading with the head and not thinking about the heart, and really, what's the word? Oppressing a big group of people, like many people, many different minorities. But we need to weigh these two out, because we need both to succeed. We need the heart and we need the head. We need analytical, and we also need compassion, and that's how I feel like this is really going to come to an end quicker, in terms of the inflation things, and just like negative things around the world in general, because whether we like it or not, COVID happened for a reason. Yeah, things are really gonna get shaken up. They are right now, but it's gonna be for the good. Yeah, we're this is not what it was meant to turn into, but that's what it kind of turned into. We're really gonna get a little less focused on like a hypersexualized culture as well, and I really think we needed this. And I think a lot of pedophiles or sexual offenders are going to get a lot more punishment and accountability. A lot of that is not going to be tolerated in business anymore or politics, and we're on our way there, but this is going to be a main part of it. Yeah, because the women's uprising, and this is going to be a really big thing that people aren't necessarily expecting to be something that's going to be helpful, but the rise in women leading is going to be really huge, and just helping the world overall. Like I said, this wasn't supposed to go in this direction, but it's really going to be such a beautiful thing, and it's what our souls really have been longing for. Yeah, there's a lot of light coming. We've come from we're in a dark space. We're coming out of it. We're trying to come out of a dark space. A lot of light is going to come, and we're going to see exactly why this is happening. Let me pull final outcome because this has been a long reading. Yeah, we're a little confused right now, but soon we'll kind of get the map to get to that point. Yeah, Kamala Harris is really, really, really gonna start this uproar. She's like this beautiful angel, strong, and she's gonna get this all going. I'm really happy with just the feeling and super spiritual, great energy that is about to come. Follow me on TikTok when I get to 1,000 subscribers or whatever they are, followers. I'm going to do free readings. You could always book me for a personal reading in my Linktree, which is linked down below, and all of my socials are there as well. Love and light.